the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no. Say slash slash. I won't never sell my soul, and I can back that. And I really wanna know where you at. I was at back, where the stash at? Cruise the city in a bulletproof Cadillac. Cause I know these niggas out there where the bag at. Gotta move smarter, gotta move harder. Nigga try to give me 5 mile water. I lay his ass down on my son, on my daughter. I had the Draco with me, Dwayne Carter. Lot of niggas out here playing, ain't ballin'. I done put my whole arm in the rim, Vince Carter. And I know Poppy get a key for the quarter. Shotty barely seen the double C's, I bought her. Got a bitch that's looking like a Leah.
I keep it juicy, I eat that lunch. She keep that booty, she keep that plump, yeah. That natural beauty, yeah. If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. Back, juicy, back, yeah. Back, juicy, back.
None of you guys can flash me. Matter of fact, none of you guys can hide me.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm finna do a get ready with me. My first get ready with me. First of all, thanks for tuning in. And if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, let me know what else you want to see. I know I'm a bird, but hey man, it's alright. Let's get right into this video. Alright, so starting out with my fresh and moisturized face, I am going in with my 3-in-1 oil control serum. It is a pore refining primer from Soap and Glory. So you already know what it is. You already know what's up. That's Soap and Glory, because what? Glory. Now that my face is all primed, I'm going to be applying my Dior Makeup Foundation in the shade 7,5W. Guys, this foundation is bomb.com. I didn't even go into the store and buy it. It was sent to me and it matched my skin so perfectly, like amazing. But I'm using my e.l.f. brush, which I dampened up with my rose water, my Maria Badescu rose water, and then I went ahead and buffed out my foundation. Of course, I'm following up with my beauty blender. So after I buff out my foundation using a brush, I always go back in with a damped beauty blender to buff all of it in and make it, you know, skin finish, skin touch, all that good stuff. Okay, so for this look, I didn't really want to do much with my eyebrows. I just wanted something kind of like natural and just not too much. So what I did was I used my Ebon New York concealer in the shade Hazelnut to clean up underneath my brow bone. So I pretty much just, you know, cleaned up around my brows and then used a brown pencil to kind of like give me some fullness. Nothing too extra, just pretty much on the natural side.
Been over, then I murder. Call Gunner if you want your Birkin. Oh baby, you be lying your verses. I be here and say you buying them purses. I can't even lie, you ain't my type. You ain't even know that fine in person. I can guarantee you if you my kind, she got every bag you can imagine. Big house, I can really be bragging. 100,000 in my mouth like what's happening. Not the big cheap tea that's embarrassing. He ain't me, you can keep the comparison. My bitch probably one of the baddest. Good girl, turning into a savage. This bitch got a problem in traffic. We can't do it, matching G.
Here I'm dragging the concealer onto my eyelids because I'm going to be using it as a primer for my eyeshadow. So stay tuned for that, guys, if you don't already know this method. But if you do, man, stick around because you gonna learn something by force.
I've been keeping it classy, could be really out here doing them nasty. Niggas couldn't even see me in that.
Alright, so now that my brows are up to my standards, we all have different standards for our brows. That's so funny. But now that my brows are up to my standards, I use my beauty blender to blend out the base that I created with the concealer, and then I go in with my Airspun loose face powder to just set that base down so that I can move on to eyeshadow.
Perfect. Work hard and determined, it's safe to say I earned it. Whoa, yeah. None of you guys can flash me. Whoa. Matter of fact, none of you guys can hide me. Whoa.
For my eyeshadow, I'm going into my Morphe palette, and then I'm going to be using a brown that is as close as possible to my own skin complexion because I'm doing a very natural look, so that's just what I'm going with. You can kind of use an orangey tone if you're of my complexion, but I'm going in with like a brownish, I guess you could see like a little cool reddish in there, but it's a brown. Now going back into my concealers, my Ebin New York concealers. I'm using the concealer in shade Honey for under my eyes, and then I'm going to be mixing it with some hazelnut and then doing the bridge of my nose, my chin, and forehead with hazelnut. I just wanted to do like a little mix of a bright one under my eye because I want the underneath of my eye to be a little brighter than the rest of my face.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot, Tony for a 12 fuck swat, busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals, we been trapping like the 80s. She said the nigga so got the cash out. Told him wipe a nigga no.
So I went in with hazelnut first, and this is where I actually put honey to make it brighter under my eye. I had set it backwards, but hey, I'm leaving that in there. What the fuck is going on here? What is going on? Wow. Oh, wow, child. Oh. Back at it again with the damped beauty blender. Alright, so now that you have your concealers in place, you've let it sit, you want to make sure that you're using your beauty blender, your brush, whatever it is that you buff out your concealer with, and blend. The key to a perfect makeup application, well, not perfect because nothing's perfect, but you know what I mean, is blending. So make sure that you're blending. I have a brush that I use to actually blend out my concealer as I go, and then I follow up with my beauty blender. So that's what you saw me doing there. And then I also use my foundation brush to kind of like dab it so that the lines aren't harsh and they just blend even more.
I've been moving them out and steal it with me, then he got the blues in the pouch. Took her to the forest, put the wood in her mouth. Bitch, don't wear no shoes in my house. The private I'm flying in, I never wanna fly again. I take my chances in traffic. She sucking on dick, no hands with it. I just made her roll it plain like a landing strip. I'm a 2020 president candidate. I done put 100 bands on Zimmerman shit. I been moving real gangster, so that's why she pick a crit. Shawty call me Chris Cole, cause I pop my shit. Got it out the mud, there's nothing you can tell me. Yeah, when I had a job, South Street wealthy. Yeah, I had the coupe at the lot, Tony for a 12 fuck swat, busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box, had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal, I'ma get laid.
See you, girl, keep blending. I see you, girl, keep blending. I see you, girl, keep blending. Nah, but like, you gotta keep blending till your wrist hurt. Like, that's really what you gotta keep doing. But now moving on to setting my contour. In this, I decided to go in with the liquid concealer that came in with the Ebin package. I used the shade, I believe, Mahogany, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I just applied it and then I went ahead and buffed it out. I lied, it's dark cocoa.
Asking for pictures with niggas. What's your name? Get the fuck out the spot, nigga. Tryna figure which deal I'ma take. I woke up, couple meal on my plate. Let's eat. I'm investing in real estate. I just went and gave my mama 100. Probably won't hear me open my mouth unless you hear me talking about finding some money. Let's go. As soon as I found that, I flipped that. I'm a little bit different, they get it. No, I'm stiff on the bitch and she dig. Tryna find out why baby ain't all in the mentions. No, she ain't get no DM from me. Bitch, this rich nigga dick, it ain't free. She be throwing that at, yeah, she good at it. Turn around when we fuck, make her look at it. She like, I needed some shit with some bop in it. Let's go. I flew past the whip with that blunt in my mouth, watched it swerving. That whip had a cop in it. My bitch got good pussy, fly her across the country. I finished the show and I hop in it. I got me a milli, I did it legitly. I'm still with the shits, I'm a hot nigga. I'm unorthodox than a motherfucker. Hey, when you gon' switch the flow? I thought you nasty. Niggas ain't fucking with me.
Again, blend, okay? After I finish blending my concealers, I move on to spraying some Mario Badescu rose water and then just using my beauty blender to kind of like set everything up into place before setting it with my Airspun loose face powder. And I don't really like to bake as much anymore, so I pretty much just use less of the product and just press it into my face.
Blunt in my mouth, watch the swerving, that whip had a cop in it. My bitch got good pussy, fly her across the country. I finished the show and I hop in it. I got me a milli, I did it legitly. I'm still with the shits, I'm a hot nigga.
All he wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just tryna get to the bag. We on the same page, the same way.
Alright, so since the under eye will always be the under eye and it will always crease, I always go back in with more setting powder to kind of like bake under there so that it could, you know, create a barrier and last longer. While doing so, I moved on to my mascara and I just applied it to my natural lashes.
With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it. Ooh, I got 5, you know it's so live. Tell me when to go, baby, when we gon' slide, baby, when we gon' slide.
Ooh, I almost forgot to tell you guys which mascara that was. That is my Better Than Sex mascara, and I always do a combination with my Tarte mascara. And right here, I have forgotten to line my eyes before adding my mascara, so I went back in to do that. Guys, line your eyes before doing your mascara, especially if they're wet, because you're gonna get stuck together. They get sticky and they get stuck together. You don't want that. It's not fun. To set my contour, I went back into my Morphe palette and used a brown mixed with like a reddish color to just kind of give me like a bronzy finish to my contour.
With the top down, screaming money, anything. We up till 6 in the morning. When the sunrise, we'll be on it.
Alright, now I'm using my powder foundation brush to remove my setting powder off of my face to kind of give me back life, add some life to this, you know, vampire ash that's going on here. I didn't really add any products to the brush. I just used it from previous applications. So that's what I'm doing there. And then I'm also going to be using my foundation brush to just dab it in there and give me some more life. And of course you have to follow up with some rose water and go back in with a damped beauty blender. You have to blend that thing in, like you have to blend it out. Bring some life back into that ash, baby. Like you have to bring some life back to this vampire. You can't be going out there looking like ghosts. You can't be going out there not passing the flash test. I forgot to mention that all these other brushes that I'm using are BH Cosmetic brushes. The only one that's not a BH Cosmetic brush is my foundation and highlight. But of course, I went back into my Morphe palette and used this reddish, rosy kind of like color as my blush. And yes, I put some by my nose to give it some definition and give my face a flush look. Also, I followed up with my bronzer, which is from BH Cosmetics. It's called the Wild and Something palette. I actually forgot the name. Wow. And then I'm lining my lips.
I know what you did. Yeah, I know.
I just used a regular Beauty Supply dark brown pencil to line my lips and a regular Beauty Supply dark black pencil to line my waterline.
Tell me where you hide, where do you go? Tell me.
To make my bottom lashes look bold, I went back in with my Man Eater Tarte mascara, and that is the name of the mascara that I was talking about earlier from Tarte. And then I followed up with my highlight. To highlight my brow bone, I went in with my MAC Gold Deposit, and then I used my Carly by Belle, I believe, Carly by Belle palette from BH Cosmetics. And then I highlighted my cheeks and the rest of my face with my Ecuador highlighter, which is a brand off of Instagram. One of my
Pierce has this brand, and it's pretty cool because she has jewelry, shoes, everything. This is it right here, so check her out. I'm gonna put her in the description box below.
What you did. Yeah, you know I love you, but I can't forgive. You could tell me stay, but
I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I love using the tip of my finger to do my like nose highlight. I just feel like it pops out more and it goes on so smoothly when I do that. Or I'm just a creep and a fiend and I just like to touch my nose. I don't know, y'all tell me, I don't know which one, but I like to do that shit with my finger. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm applying my highlight to my cheek with my e.l.f. brush.
oh, I won't excuse you. I don't wanna go down. Yeah. Do you know that you've been the reason I'm so low?
I love me a Cupid's bow. Like, I am a fiend for a Cupid's bow, so I always highlight my Cupid's bow. It has to pop. It has to look it has to look popping because I'm just in love with it. And of course, I'm ending it all with some rose water and my damped beauty blender, okay? That's just a combo. That's just how it has to be. If it's not this way, I just feel so disproportionate. Like, I just feel like I did something wrong. I can't be the only one that feels like that when I miss a certain step. Let me know what your step is down in the description box below. And then, of course, I'm going in with some lip gloss, because if your lip gloss is not popping, then what are you really talking about? No, let me stop. But I've been into this whole lip gloss thing for a little bit now, so I'm just going to be moving on with some lip gloss. The look is not complete without some bad bitch lashes. Like, you need some bad bitch lashes, period, okay? So I'm applying my lashes that I got from who? From where? Juice Styles, baby. Check me out. I'm gonna be putting the link down below. Check those out, okay, guys?
In my waterfall, I make it overflow. Make you forget all about them. You don't need them. Can't nobody else give it to you like that.
To give me that radiant look, I'm finishing it off with my dewy setting spray from Eben, New York. Now that my face is beat, I'm gonna get dressed. And then I'm gonna slap me a wig on, although this would be cute without a wig. I already had planned to wear a wig. So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Right through another nigga city. I got a brand new Draco with me. Clip got 33 Scotty pick, bitch. Nigga ain't heard of me, I got a bitch. Drippin' my sweats with Givenchy. I brought my strap in the party. And my diamonds all set like Cardi. Got a bad bitch with me, she a Barbie. You don't wanna start with me. Got some hood niggas posting in the Jordan. I have his nigga on back of a car. So right. No white. Had a ball fight.
Let me go fix this.
Gotta set the tone.
It's on the beat, make it boom.
I know they feeling me. Diamond neck, color right, rice. I ain't finna be laid up with nothings all night. On who they tryna be? No, they eyeing me. I ain't got a key, they broke. They can't pay the fee. 2 City can't ride with me. I said, ooh, baby, you so fine. Get on top of me. If you can't take what come with me, please don't fuck with me. If it ain't tinted, nigga, I ain't in it.
If I hit it front or back, she gon' hit the sidewalk. If she got her best friend with her, take her back to Milo. Got a 5 in the morning, wild and wild. And then they may Megan, but she a stallion. Never keep my hoes divided. Remember I was pulling up in the valley. You know I take her so when she ride. And the sneakers all kids old. Shawty know the drop it look like a limo. Every time we kick it like Timbo. Shawty made that ass clap, she don't need no applause. I put some ice on you cause you got a cold heart. know I gotta keep my shorty on go.
Alright, thank you for tuning in with your girl.
Shawty made that ass clap, she don't need no clothes. High fashion, like go young. G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got a cold. I know I gotta keep my shorty on go.
Okay guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the final look and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But I should be getting my ass up out the door because I am definitely late. But I will try to get full body, full portrait images, videos, content. Ooh, it's slid, but it's coming. But yeah, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you are new, and if you aren't, thank you again for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want me to do. Let me know what kind of stuff you guys want to see on here, and troll me on my other social media. Like, what's up? What's really poppin'? Thank you again.
Rock that shit till you blast off, ayy. Yeah, let's have a sex talk, Got a big boy, then pull it out, hey. Can you make it feel like the first time, I don't get tired, let him wear that, ayy. Yeah, got more milkshake.